Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. Last match here in Group H and then all the way back to the beginning. So, both these decks already won their first matchup. We have Tri-Brigade currently sitting at 3 points, which is going to take on Kashtira. There's only like 2 years difference between both these decks, but I could imagine that most people would, I guess, put Kashtira as a favorite over the more older deck being Tri-Brigade 2, but, don't underestimate the deck. I'm looking at stuff like Oath, which is ridiculous, Omen is ridiculous as well, Strikes are there, Order, and it's just a super consistent deck, right, Tri-Brigade 2 deck. But again, on the other hand, we have Kashtira, you know how Kash works, it's again another crazy deck, nothing limited plus Shifter. Dimension Shifter, basically a hard counter and hard answer for Tri-Brigade 2 deck, that's super reliant on the graveyard, but you still need to draw your Shifter, right, in order to get use of it. So Tri-Brigade 2 deck goes first, gets met by Call by the Grave, use Ash on Fractal, I believe the name is. I think that's okay, it prevents the graveyard from being set up, plus it prevents another search, so I think, that's the play to do. Going second, my cash hand is okay-ish. Drawing Big Bang not the best. Use Pot of Prosperity to, get 6 cards. Digging for a nice answer for that board. I get Theosis, but Theosis feels... Well, the problem is that all the other cards were super mediocre. Yeah. Let me think. Was Nip an answer? That feels so terrible because the thing is that Oath, first of all, gives them an interruption during my turn, plus it gives them another search, because what is it, Nerval gets sent to the graveyard, plus if there is one of the link 2s, you can search another Oath or search or get another draw, right? If you had, what is it, the Bear Blossom? The names, it has been a couple of years, so excuse me for butchering them. Go first this time, so let's see. I think there's only one big card that I need to fear, and that's the Nibiru. But I think I'm going balls to the wall, I think. I think so. I should respect Nip a bit more. So let's see, drop level 4, drop Rise Hard, banish Big Bang, some standard combos. And I think I'm just pumping out big full combo, sitting on, again, a Rise Hard and Shifter, both hard counters for the deck. Looking at, Tri-Brigade Zodiac, it's super reliant on its, graveyard. And, well, extra deck to some extent, right? I mean, you have the Diablos that gets, at least takes a look at your opponent's extra deck, gets rid of those, important cards, and you can eventually go from there, right? So use Theosis, get stuff back, keep attaching to a Rise Art, again, standard combo, and on Fenrir, special summoning probably the Unicorn from deck, so that's already 2 extra cards that could potentially block some extra monster zones from the opponent. So GG, that's how it goes. Okay, so go second this time. Again, this is, I think, an okay opening hand from Tri-Brigade Zodiac. So the Thoroughblade sets up a Red Beer in graveyard, which is basically just an extra target for Shakanin to Reborn, right? Which is basically a free Link 2 play. The Link 2 hits the field at, what is it, special summons from hand, yeah. Karaz getting negated, and I was like, okay, I'm set to go, I can use those hand traps. The problem is that the deck can still pump out a lot of stuff, and this was so unfortunate. I think this was a lucky series of plays / draws from Tri-Brigade, right? Because, due to 2 hand traps, they were still able to end on Epo plus Oath plus 1 card in hand, which is fantastic. So let's see, Fenrir hits the field, use the effect, force out the Epo twice, basically, right? And I think I should be able... okay, go for Donner. Donner could potentially attack over Epo, I guess, or maybe force out an Epo. So Oath is forced out, Omen hits the field, I guess banishing my Donner, and I think the one last card in my hand is Public Knowledge, no? I think the Unicorn was known. And yeah, Epo cannot activate its effect anymore, so I can use, Continuous Spell, Reborn Fenrir, go in for some damage. Omen still at least stays face up on the field. The question now is that, okay, yeah, because of the field spell, I can pop Omen. Sure, it will get a search, but I think that was my only play. I'm thinking about Zeus, maybe, but Zeus feels kind of awkward, no? I think so. So yeah, Fenrir, you know, uses the effects, I guess the Shangri-La, banishing or, you know, shutting down some of the monster zones from the opponent, even though it doesn't really hurt them that much. I mean, it could prevent a bigger link play during my turn, right? I'm looking at Oath. Problem again, the Shangri-La is getting, you know, easily met with or banished due to Omen, and now I'm again behind. My lucky... No, it's not true. I was about to say that I still have the birth, but the nice, fair and balanced card being Imperial Order says no to that. So again, super unfortunate, right? Nerval hits the field, access code, and this should be game. Yeah, access code sitting at, what is it, more than 40, yeah, more than 4k, almost sitting at 3k, and this is indeed more than enough to attack for game. So again, a bit unfortunate, but this was going really, you know, well back and forth. Use Shifter, and that should block the Tri-Brigade deck at least for one extra turn. So call for Talents, get a couple of draws, but nothing too noteworthy. And even though they're under Shifter, I need to top deck something. So Fractal Normal Summon, draw Prosperity. Okay, obviously for 6. And now, you know, I should be, you know, digging for a Fenrir or a Unicorn, so let's see how we go. Luckily, the last card being Unicorn, use the effect, and I think, again, I'm pumping out almost, should be going for full combo. Keeping the birth for potential nip, right? So Shangri-La hits the field, Normal Summon, Arise Heart, Big Bang. The question now is that, am I going to threaten the life points first? Fenrir hits the field, popping the back row, hitting the Oath, indeed getting met by the nip. But I think I still have birth, right? Yeah, go for birth. I can recover, Reborn Fenrir, attack over, indeed, over nip, banish it, and then just pass, I guess. Yeah, go for Arise Heart. Ooh, that's perfect. So, again, having Ash, having Arise Heart, which again, basically a super hard counter for the Tri-Brigade deck. Everything is banished. Even though the graveyard is already... I'm not so sure how many beast types are in the graveyard for a potential link summon, but... Again, the order again is there, but this time it's not enough. So 2-2, it's going, you know, again, like a super tight matchup. But now I think the advantage here is for Tri-Brigade. Then going first, I think I should imperm Keras here, because they're already committed to the Keras, right? It's one of those cards that if your first normal summon gets negated, you can Keras and go from there. But Barrage is basically one of their few follow-up plays. Shakanin again, reborning any zoo, which is basically a free link too. And this Desires is so sick. Like, again, Fractal and Imperm. They draw basically another extender that they haven't used yet. A big Apo of, what is it, 3200. And Oath. And Solemn. Oh, so disgusting, so sick. The Bell draw is actually kind of sick as well, because again, that prevents the Oath. But Solemn Strike says no, so this is super, super clutch. The Apo was shut down. But the Oath does connect, gets out Omen, and the problem here is that the question now is that, am I able to establish my board? I think so, because Omen doesn't banish face down, so I can reborn Fenrir. It gets failured, but I already have Theosis, so I can go for Unicorn and go for full combo. The question now is that, do we know the last card in hand? I think so, because it was searched. The problem now is, what are my plays? I go for Zeus. Because I already have Bird, right? And yeah, so use Zeus. The question now, I don't think because they already used their normal summon. Sure, they have another failure, but I already have another Birth. Such a sick card, right? Birth, not only banishing cards from your opponent as soon as they use a spell, but it's basically a once per turn monster reborn, which again, the catch monsters, they keep snowballing for more pluses during your turn. So Fenrir on field, which could potentially be another disruption, as you see here. But there is still the normal summon, Keras, and you know, the getting another search. The question, yeah, well, like, okay, Omen hits the field. The troll wasn't useful, right? Yeah, the thing now, this is cute, right. The thing now is that I think it's basically pick your poison. You can out Zeus, but then you don't out Fenrir. You can out Fenrir, but then you don't out Zeus, or the Pecker, or Birth. So I think this was a losing battle. Ah, super close. Very nice one, this one. So, Kash, 6 points, Tri-Brigade 5 points, and then the other 2 decks sitting at 4 points. Okay, so next matchup, it's all the way back to the beginning. Feel free to leave predictions. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like. If you enjoyed the video, Riddim signing out. Peace.